The island of Sodor houses stories abound. Some find themselves in books and newspapers, passed around through word of mouth and strength of pen. Some, on the other hand, are shrouded in obscurity and pose a great mystery to all but a select few. There are a handful, however, that remain untold. This is one of them. Long ago, on a branch known as the 𝐆𝐄𝐍𝐄𝐃, there was a small station known as Hawin Lake. The station was a success with both passengers and farmers due to its convenience of being a lakeside halt. But at the same time, it was notorious for its overly controlling station master. His name was Mr. Zoran. He was feared by all and ruled with an iron fist. "Keep on the right side of him," people would say when he was about, "or trouble will find you." Soon, the 𝐆𝐄𝐍𝐃 branch was falling on hard times. The smaller stations were used only once a week, and the mills and factories began to use the roads. Eventually, they closed altogether. This ruined Mr. Zoran's life. Although he had a family to return to, his children were frightened of him, and his wife was tired of his attitude. After a heated argument one night, he stormed out of the house in a fit of fury, and he would never come back. She found a note on the bedroom door which read, "I may not be part of your family, but I will always be part of my station." By the time she'd arrived at the station, it was already too late. The station was condemned and was never used again. Years later, tourists flocked to the lake. The villagers were very busy, turning old buildings into museums and offering boat rides on the lake. It was decided to restore the smaller stations to help control the flow of traffic. One night, Percy was sent to inspect the line. He didn't like it one bit and moaned about it all the way.
"Why am I here? I should be on the post."
We told you. Oliver's taking it for a few nights. The Fat Controller wants to keep you busy at night, so this is the perfect chance.
Pa!
When they neared the junction, they were met with a red signal.
It's red. What's the matter?
Walking up to them was Old Bailey the Fogman.
"Are you heading up to the lake?"
Yes, we're inspecting it to make sure it's safe.
"Well, the track's fine, but mind you, take good care at the station. He doesn't take kindly to strangers."
He turned and walked silently away.
What's he banging on about? And who's he?
I don't know. He's just crazy, that's all.
Percy remained silent as he crept further down the line. The workmen were inspecting the track near the station, loading samples of soil into buckets and banging things into place. Percy waited anxiously for them as the fog began to roll in.
It sure is spooky.
Suddenly, an owl landed on a nearby tree.
Whoa, boy!
Oh, it's only an owl. Oh, how silly of me.
What's gotten you all riled up?
Nothing.
Just then, the workmen returned.
We finished our inspection. The area is clear for rebuilding, but the land on the loop is too swampy, so that section will have to be torn up.
Well, I guess our job here is done for the day. Come along, lads.
As the men climbed aboard, Percy breathed a sigh of relief. As he began to puff away, however, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. And by more than just the owl. The plans were soon put into effect. The broken track was mended, and Henry was assigned to take the trains to the lake. The trains would run at night, so as not to disturb the busy traffic during the day. But soon, rumors began to spread about old Bailey's warning. Nobody paid much attention, but it might have been better if they did. One moonlit night, Henry was getting ready to take the first supply train to Hawin Lake.
Yeah, what was...
Whoa, Percy! Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just... Edward, when I was at the lake, I saw the same owl. It looked at me funny. Something about it just didn't sit right with me.
Whenever the owl hoots, the mist rolls in. There's a legend that says, when the mists are down, there's a ghost about too. You take care, Henry. Percy may be onto something. Henry just snorted.
Ah, that's all just silly make-believe. There's no such thing as ghosts. Stupid bird. Owls, mists, ghosts? Edward's going soft in a boiler. There's no mist.
But Henry was wrong.
What's that?
It's an amber lamp. That means proceed with caution. Who's there?
No one replied. Henry crept slowly forward. He stopped by a tree with a sign nailed to it. Beware of the viaduct. The driver was surprised.
No one's warned us about that before, and look! The signal's red, and the gates are closed. And there's a fogman's coat. But where's its owner?
Then they saw a light moved within the old station building.
Ghost! Edward was right!
Something very strange is happening. I think it's best we go back.
So do I!
By morning, the mist had cleared. A workman was talking about the unsafe viaduct.
Lucky you didn't cross it last night.
Yes, but who warned us?
But no one seemed to know. Later that day, he spoke to Henry.
The viaduct has been repaired. We can take our train back along the old line tonight.
But... James, don't do that!
You thought it was a ghost, didn't you?
Oh, shut up!
When nightfall came, he was sizzling nicely at Edward's station. Suddenly, an owl hooted, and then Gordon thundered by, wailing his whistle.
Good luck, Henry!
Oh, look! Henry spooked!
Be quiet! I'm not scared!
A little later, the fog came down. As they approached the same area, they saw the amber light again.
Here we go.
You were selected for a reason.
Then, unknown to Henry, the gates mysteriously closed by themselves, and the signal went red. The trucks had seen everything, and they were spooked.
Faster! There's a ghost about!
Stop! Stop!
A mysterious figure watched Henry go by. Ahead was a landslide blocking the line. Henry braked hard, but the trucks hit some of the rubble and plunged into the ravine. As they were examining the damage, Henry's driver saw a strange sight coming towards them.
What's that?
His driver laughed.
That's our ghost. It's Old Bailey, the fogman.
I tried to warn you about that viaduct. Why don't you pay attention?
We're sorry. Is there anything we can do to thank you?
Well, I'd like to become the station master at Hawin Lake. I promise I won't spook Henry.
Ha! So funny, I forgot to laugh.
A few weeks later, Old Bailey's wish was granted. He was praised for his efforts in loyal service and promoted to station master.
You and your station will be really useful. Let's hear a hearty thank you to the friendliest ghost on the island.
Everyone cheered as Old Bailey gratefully accepted his new role. Henry cheered too, but thoughts still lingered in his smokebox. The next day, after the celebrations, he spoke to Old Bailey.
How did you operate the old signals and gates at the old crossing station?
What are you talking about? I put detonators on the rails to warn you. Didn't you hear them?
What? No! They didn't go off. So does that mean...
Yes. Mr. Zorn must have struck again.
What?
After Mr. Zorn was found dead in his station, strange things began to happen in the village. Supernatural occurrences that no one could explain. And above all, whenever something happened, the hoot of an owl would echo through the town. Almost like it knew.
He trailed off. Henry steamed away. He had a lot to think of. When the Fat Controller heard about it, he ordered that the area near the old crossing station be made off limits until it was completely gone. The Controller came to witness it being torn down. And he didn't leave until the station and everything left of it had been completely torn up.
Where do you think Mr. Soren will go now?
Perhaps he'll finally be able to move on. But whatever happens, he's not welcome on my railway.
Henry sometimes wonders what happened to Mr. Zorin. Some say he was finally able to move on. But some travelers do say on a moonlit night you can see the faint glow of a station as it and those left inside cling to its long gone past, only to be silenced by the ever-present